Now, I'm going to explain our roleplay, which is the central tool we designed to help the team understand the conflicts, process it from the outside, and rebuild trust. We structured the roleplay into 5 scenes, each with a clear objective, an emotional purpose, and a communication technique behind it. Before explaining the scenes, here is how our team will interpret the characters in the roleplay. Matt will play Jean Morel, the French analyst, direct, ethical, and confrontational. Mattia will play Hiroshi Takana, the Japanese analyst, calm, loyal, conflict avoidant. Vlad will play Kenji Watanabe, the manager, the leadership and the pressure driver. And I will play Sophie Dubois, the junior accountant, emotional, vulnerable, and caught in the middle. Each of us represented the different cultural reactions and emotional perspective inside the conflicts. So, let's go. In scene 1, we recreate the moment where the whole problem begins. We show Jean working late, reviewing numbers, and suddenly noticing that the reported income doesn't match with Sophie's original files. He calls Sophie over and she is confused. She realizes her own work has been changed. Hiroshi enters and immediately we see the cultural difference. Jean wants to escalate it now, and Hiroshi wants to slow down, talk privately, and avoid panic. So, the role of each character in this conflict, in this scene, is Jean, trigger the conflict, embodies quick action and moral urgency. Sophie represents the emotional impact, she's confused and vulnerable. And Hiroshi introduces the cultural contrast, harmony over confrontation. What this scene shows, how ethics plus culture shape knee reactions, and this moment plants the seed for every conflict that comes after. Then we pass to scene 2, the confrontation. So we reenact the moment Jean goes directly to Kenji's office. Jean is angry and demands answer. Sophie stands behind him, nervous, avoiding eye contact. Hiroshi enters slowly and stays near to the door, showing discomfort but also loyalty to Kenji. What happens? Kenji explains that altering the numbers was a temporary strategy adjustment, so the team wouldn't look weak in front investors. Jean is shocked. Hiroshi struggles internally. He knows it's wrong but feels culturally tied to respect authority. Sophie feels guilty even though she didn't do anything wrong. So, the role of each character in this scene is that Jean, voice of ethics and transparency. Kenji represents Huenchi leadership and pressure. Hiroshi, caught in moral dissonance. And Sophie, collage damage. The emotional center of this scene. Why this matter? This is where dream truly fractures, because the leader becomes the source of an ethical problem. And saying that, we pass to the scene 3, the breakdown. The scene 3 shows the emotional collapse of the team, when the problem stops being about numbers and become personal. We reenact a moment in a meeting room where no one is talking to each other. What happened? Jean sits apart from others, arms closed, feeling betrayed. Hiroshi avoids eye contact, visibly stressed, stuck between loyalty and conscience. And Sophie is almost in tears, anxious about blaming himself. Kenji, by the other hand, sits wildly, feeling misunderstood, but still closed off. This scene shows the silence replacing teamwork, the trust disappears, and the emotional exhaustion, the dysfunctional communication, and the role of each character in this scene is that Jean embodies frustration and a moral illustration, Hiroshi embodies guilt and tension, Sophie embodies fear and insecurity, and Kenji embodies defensive leadership under pressure. This scene makes clear that the team is no longer working, it's surviving. And then we pass to scene 4, the mirror, the most powerful scene. In scene 4, everything changes. Here, we act out the entire conflict in front of them, and they do nothing but observe. They don't are allowed to talk. They watch someone else play their role, which hits much harder emotionally, and what happened is that Jean watched a version of himself be confrontable and impatient. He realized he was right ethically, but wrong emotionally. Hiroshi watched someone playing his silence, his tension, and his discomfort. This is where he breaks. He realizes silence also hurts people. And Sophie, by the other hand, sees how small and scared she looks, and gains confidence. Kenji, the main character of this problem, watch someone represent his protective but dishonest decision making. He understands that leadership isn't about shielding, it's about honesty. So, the role of each character in this scene is that they are not acting, they are facing themselves. This is scene for self-awareness without confrontation. This is where empathy replaces blame. Why this scene is the turning point? People don't change when you tell them they are wrong. They change when they see themselves being wrong. And that's what the roleplay is about. And then the final scene, the reconstruction. In the final scene, we show the team rebuilding. Not perfectly, but realistic. What happens? We reenact a fascinating meeting when the four characters sit together and for the first time speak honestly. Jin uses a calmer tone and focus on solution. Hiroshi apologizes for staying silent and commits to speak up more. And Sophie takes ownership and suggests internal audit improvements. Kenji also admits he made wrong decision and asks for help rebuilding trust. The four work together, and with our guidance, they co-create a new internal etiquette protocol, pre-communication norms, and the new global policy speak up, stay safe. So, the roles here are Jin, solution-oriented ethics. Hiroshi, harmonizing honestly with loyalty. Sophie, empower professional growth. And Kenji, for the first time in this roleplay, vulnerable, leadership, and accountable. So the purpose of the final scene is to show that the conflict didn't destroy them, it transformed them. So, in summary, each scene of this roleplay helps the team to understand the conflicts from the outside, recognize the impact of their actions, and rebuild trust with empathy. It's not acting, it's a structured reflection experience designed to heal the team and prevent this from happening again. Thank you very much. I hope that you understand everything that I say.